I started a goddamn YouTube channel for this. Creature Commandos is, so far, very, very good. I am a massive James Gunn fan, and I've had faith in this new DCU from pretty much the beginning because of that. But I think even still, it's fair to say that this is a great start, and such a nice appetizer for the type of world building we're gonna get. Gunn has recently laid into the idea that this whole slate will focus more on that world building aspect, rather than a single storyline like Marvel did. And as someone who has dozens of Milanote folders solely for nerd-ass world building stuff, that is music to my ears. Please sponsor me, Milanote. I will do anything for you. I love you. I cannot tell you how many times I watched a DCEU movie and thought, wait, that doesn't make sense. And then I go into my mind palace and sift through the folds of my brain until I finally find the one folder that proves that in fact does not make sense. Why would Task Force X have a highly advanced underwater black site if they were literally outed to the public and were already working out of a goddamn prison office a year ago? Where was the JSA this whole time? And why are they so bored? There was an obvious lack of planning and consideration for the world they were trying to establish. Of course, that's because they never meant for it to be a shared universe, but as time went on, it just felt like they didn't care. And yeah, if Zack Snyder finished his vision, I wouldn't have liked it, not in the slightest, but it would have still been a vision, a clear direction and world, and an actual lore master at the helm. When they got cold feet on that, there was literally nothing they could do to keep things consistent. But for some reason, they kept trying. But now DC has that vision, that direction, that lore master, and thankfully, it's someone who's spent their entire life being a massive fan of the thing he's lore mastering. So to start this series and hear the first sentence be about Themyscira, to see that Rick Flag is going to be fighting Clayface, and to notice so many other little connections to the wider DCU, it makes this world feel so vibrant and colorful, and it oozes with care, which is exactly what my LEGO Batman 3 playing 12-year-old self would have wanted. As for the show itself, I would say the first episode is a solid good. I get why it's not great. There's a lot of exposition that needs to be done on the character side and the canon side, so the pacing is a little clunky. We go from breakneck fast to snail's pace to breakneck fast again. I think this one specifically could have benefited from another 10 minutes or so. But even still, there's clear potential. I love the fight between Flag and Dr. Phosphorus. It really shows how smooth and stylized this animation can be, and why this could have only been done in the medium. Now, of course, the cadence and style of humor is very Gunnian. It's really something you either love or hate. I thankfully love it, most of the time. But there are some moments where the one-off jokes get drawn on a little too long and it starts to overstay their welcome. Though I love the running gag of G.I. Robot literally never shutting up about killing Nazis. It's one of those jokes that starts funny and then the 8th time it gets kinda old, and then after the 15th time it circles back around to being funny again. The second episode seems to be everyone's favorite so far, and it's also mine. It's great. The Bride has a really compelling and dark story, and it's so nice to see them actually give it the time to breathe and know when not to add levity. It's really not trying to be a funny episode at all, other than this incredible bit of banter between Phosphorus and the guard during that one choice, knowing when to be funny and when not to, is what I think is really going to set it apart from other comic book media right now. I will not name names because I am technically cheating on my first love right now, but I think we can all agree that the current dramatic moment punchline by a joke formula is just not working anymore. It's clear from interviews that Gunn gets that, and he's made a conscious effort not to fall in that trap. Also, I like the inclusion of Gogol Bordello. I did not know who they were, but my girlfriend said her dad likes them a lot, so that means I do too. Everyone is doing a really good voice acting job. It's actually kind of surprising. I know we're all sick and tired of the live actors epidemic in animation, but they seem to have a good reason for it. And they were all very candid about how hard they tried to do it justice, which is nice. Alan Tudyk is always a treasure, and also my birthday buddy, but Frank Grillo was astonishingly the standout for me. I'm really excited to see where they go with this character, even though him being hired was a bit of a side-eye moment. Just look it up. It's not like he killed a man or anything, but he's just kind of cringe.
Some shit just cringe-worthy.
This really has me excited for a colorful, diverse, Silver Agey DC cinematic universe. And that's just such a comfortable feeling to have, isn't it? After loving these characters and seeing them get tossed around and treated badly for a decade, it's so nice to have a Superman movie be my most anticipated film of the year. It even makes me excited for Damian Wayne. How did they do it? What I'm trying to say is, if anyone's gonna make movies for nerds, I'm glad it's a fucking nerd. Yeah, so that's my first video. If you guys are interested in hearing me talk more, let me know. I've always wanted to do YouTube videos, but I just never, found the time to, or never wanted to put in the work. But, I think now is a better time to start than any. We got the new DCU coming up. We got everything coming up. It seems like a really good time to be a comic book fan. So if you want to do the subscribing and all the other stuff that will give me a Milanote sponsorship, that would mean the world to me. But if not, thank you for watching anyway. I mean, I could talk about this new direction of the DC universe for hours, but I gotta cut the video somewhere. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.